Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're just chatting. It's Saturday. I have my water. This is my favorite water. I love Fiji water. So we're just gonna have a chill talk. First of all, I just saw the Times magazine cover, and how come Charlie Kirk is not one of those honorary people? Isn't that weird? Whether you like him or not, whether you agree with him or not, he made an impact. He should have been in the magazine, and if not the cover, as an honorary person, 100%. And then the other thing that I noticed is Meghan Markel. So Meghan Markel's dad literally lost his leg, and she still won't budge and go to see him. And this irritates me because this is a very good example of what happens when you let pride come into your life and you don't allow yourself to be humble, to humble yourself. With Meghan Markel, the things that she's very prideful, and she thinks that because she has a lot of money and doesn't need her father, it's okay to act this way, but it's not. And that's why it's so good to be humble and to lower oneself and to be able to understand that you're not the most important person. There's other people that matter, and your opinion doesn't have to be the most important opinion in the room. She probably thinks that she got offended and she's right, and her opinion matters. And to one extent, of course, our feelings are valid, but when it comes to our closest family members, it's such a shame that she doesn't understand that this is like her one and only dad, and that if something happens to him, she's not gonna be able to see him because she's wasting this one last opportunity to see him. And it's just so sad. It is so sad. When you're prideful, you put your own needs in front of the needs of others, and you think that your needs are the only needs that matters. But that shouldn't be the case. We should humble ourselves constantly. We should lower ourselves and take other people's needs into consideration. And that's why I feel like a good way to start is to humble yourself when it comes to God. And here's how God humbles us. God humbles us so that we get closer and draw nearer to him. So when we get sick, when we have an illness, if we are in the hospital, or if we're facing financial hardship, we are really humbled, and that's when we seek God in prayer. Or if you're in an airplane and you think the airplane is about to crash, that's the moment where you think of God and you say, Father, please help me. Am I wrong? I don't think so. That's when you really seek God, in those moments when you don't need anything, when you're happy. And this is the Meghan Markle example. When you, like Meghan Markle, you're not in financial hardship, you don't need anything because you're not in the hospital, you're not sick, and therefore you end up not needing your dad or God. Isn't that interesting? Because she has everything, right? So why would she need her dad? Or why would she need God's help? Seriously, it makes so much sense because she's not humbled at all. She's very prideful. So it's good to be humble sometimes. It's good to go through hardships. But in her case, everything is perfect. She's thinking, why would I reach out to my dad even if he's on his last leg? Literally. He's on his last leg, the poor man. So she's thinking, I don't need him. But maybe she might need him for positive clout. That might be a possibility. But anyway, back to pride. Pride is when you think you're the only person who is right, and you refuse to allow anyone else's opinions come to your mind, and you feel like, I'm prideful. Like, this is my opinion. My opinion, it's the highway, or no other way is right. It's just my opinion. And the problem is that we need to stop being prideful. We need to stop having the Meghan Markel mentality, if we do have it, because you don't want to end up like somebody who's worldwide hated because they won't listen to anyone. And more so, it's not just about being disliked by the world, it's also about, what does God think in this situation? Because I've never heard Meghan Markle talk about God. I've never heard her talk about her relationship with God. I've never heard her say Merry Christmas. She said Happy Holidays. And that is alarming. The other thing is that she did get baptized when she got married to Harry. So she wasn't even baptized. But I'm glad she's baptized now. And the other thing that comes to mind is you must be very hard-hearted in order to know that your dad is like dying and you don't want to see him. And you must soften your heart towards your dad, because it's really not right for your dad, who gave birth to you, who raised you, who sacrificed things for you, who did all those things, to be in the hospital and you not even having the integrity to go visit him, because she went to visit him. She went to visit her friend in Paris, but she didn't go to visit her dad. So she doesn't mind going to Paris on the other side of the world to visit some designer that she barely knows. But when it comes to her dad, she didn't want to go. And that's also very alarming. Very alarming. Meghan Markle is a very good example of the fact that you may have all the money in this world, you may have all the riches, all the fame, and you're still not living your life right. And why is that? Is it because she's a bad person? Is it because she's a bad daughter? Is it because she has a heart that's very hardened? I don't think it's any of those things. I think it's because she doesn't have a relationship with God, and she has made herself a mini demigod with a small g, because she, I doubt, listens to anyone else. Because if she did listen to other people, she'd go see her dad. She wouldn't do the Oprah interview. They probably wouldn't have left the royal family if they listened to other people, if they listened to how others felt. But it's all about me, and how I feel. And that's, I feel like, is where she got it wrong. When you live a life that doesn't have morals and ethics, and you just create your own morals and ethics and everything is blurry. Like, if she was a Christian woman, I don't think she would ever do the Oprah interview, because Christianity is about, when we talk about other people, it's about building them up, or it's about learning something. But why would she tear down her husband's family and mock them? And it's the mockery that really shows that something is wrong. Something is wrong. And that's why this is a perfect example that having all the money in the world and having everything that this world has to offer, like a Netflix deal or a book deal or anything, whatever it might be, it's not the answer. The answer is to get closer to God, to read the Bible, and to have real ethics and morals, and a softened heart, and a good relationship with your family, if that's possible. And with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave your comments in the section below. Please let me know what you thought about this video. Your opinion matters, and you're loved and heard. Talk to you later.